Dawn breaks over a snow-covered mountain. Below, a quiet village rests beside a still, frozen river. Tsuru-no-Ongaeshi, the crane's return of kindness. One winter day, a young man gathers firewood in the mountains. There, caught in a trap, he finds a single crane. Without hesitation, he frees the bird from the snare. The crane pauses to look at him, then turns toward the open sky. As if in gratitude, the crane spreads its wings. It rises into the winter sky, and the young man watches it disappear. A few days later, as evening falls, he returns home to find a young woman waiting. She asks for shelter, and he welcomes her inside. The two begin a quiet life together. They share simple meals by the fire, its warmth filling the small room. One day, the woman says she wishes to weave. She asks only one thing, that he never look inside the room. Behind the closed door, she begins to weave. He waits outside, keeping his promise, hearing only the steady rhythm of the loom. By morning, she presents him with a length of pure white cloth. He receives it with quiet care. He carries the cloth to a merchant in town. Astonished by its beauty, the merchant offers a generous reward. Life at home grows a little easier. Yet even as their table fills, the woman seems quietly worn. Days later, she asks to weave once more. She repeats the same request, that he never look inside. This time, the sound of the loom grows faint and uneven. Worried, he draws close to the door, though he does not yet look. At last, his concern outweighs his promise. He opens the door just enough to see. Inside is a white crane, plucking its own feathers to weave the thread. She turns to face him. She does not blame him, only a quiet sorrow remains between them. "I am the crane you once saved," she tells him softly. "I took this form to repay your kindness. But now that the promise is broken, I can no longer stay." She walks into the snow-covered garden. Slowly, her figure fades into white feathers and wings. The white crane spreads its wings and rises into the dawn sky. He stands alone in the snow, watching long after she is gone. Seasons pass, and spring returns. He sits quietly on the veranda, holding the cloth she once wove for him. Time moves forward into the present day. And in quiet ways, that same trust still passes between us. Around the world, other stories carry a similar quiet wisdom. In The Fisherman and His Wife, a growing hunger for more costs a couple everything they once had. A quiet village in spring, the house from this story still stands. Kindness fades from sight, but something of it remains. Thank you for spending these quiet moments with us. Japan still has many beautiful folktales that quietly pass timeless wisdom from one generation to the next.